What's up, YouTube? We got a new box today from... Cover up my address. Oh, cover up his address. Mr. Kershaw guy, Dave Anderson. Which means there's a new ZT in this box. Which means it's the newest ZT, because I have the, 393 right here. That's out. Which is the... Oh, he tapes his boxes good. Good for him. ZT609. The new RJ Martin design. My most anticipated Kershaw guy, guys. Check him out. Buy your ZTs from him. Gets them faster than everyone else. There's no reason to pre-order anywhere, because people are still waiting for their pre-orders from certain websites that shall not be named. Alright, guys, let's check it out. Go Bold ZT. Super excited for this. Super. Can't hear it in my voice. Oh yeah, baby. Sweet. Let's zoom in a little bit. Look at that beautiful bronze handle. Pivotless pivot, I guess they call it. Does not come with the tool. That's another thing altogether, but whatever. Not terribly concerned about it. It is $10, I think, to get the tool from ZT. So I wish they would include it, but not a deal breaker, because this knife is so reasonably priced at $220 for 20 CV steel on bearings, titanium frame lock. I mean, that's made in the US of A. It's very slim. I like that. Got nice standoffs here. That pivot is super cool, by the way. See right through it. It's kind of interesting. Steel lock burr insert as usual. Pocket clip, it's not bad. KVT bearings, size-wise, it's about perfect. I knew it was going to be. Here is another perfect size knife. Yes, this is the new steel wheel Modus carbon fiber. Will be a video on this soon. I did review already on the Modus, so the 393 for size comparison, the Benchmade 940 for size comparison. Very, very similar in size to the 940 and the Modus. Pretty much the perfect size knife. And the Kaiser T1. So they're all about the same size. So it's bigger than a small Sabenza. I should have brought one in, where I didn't usually do. But it's about a medium-sized knife. You should have a 3 1/4 inch blade. Yep, 3 1/4 exactly. Actually, that's the cutting edge. Is 3 1/4. So you're with the flipper tab about 3 and. ZT measures their knives that way. They don't typically include. They usually do like the blade. So. I don't know if you can hear my daughter upstairs, but it's super annoying. She's yelling right now. Beautiful blade shape. Nice satin grinds. Stonewash flats. It's a pretty thin blade stock. Should. Pretty good. Pretty thin blade stock. Should be a good slicer. Let's figure out. I swear my calipers grow legs and walk off. Oh, they're there. See how thin it is behind the edge. ZT's usually a little thick. This one looks pretty thin. I was pleasantly surprised by the 393. It was pretty thin. So maybe they're getting the hint. Oh my heavens! 0.0220 behind the edge. That is super thin for a ZT. Oh yeah, that should be a fantastic slicer, and when we do the full review, I will demonstrate such slicing ability. I'm looking for just some paper to cut, and oddly enough, can't find any. That is, there we go. Kind of strange, but let's test the out-of-the-box sharpness. Oh yeah, super sharp out of the box. Very sharp. Very nice. Oh yeah. I knew I was going to love this one. Put a nice thin blade stock. I mean, it's not very thick at all. It's probably, less than an inch. 0.0750 is what I'm measuring. Blade thickness. So that's a thin blade with a thin grind. Yeah, buddy. That's gonna slice. It's very thin handle too. Holy mackerel. Is that right? Oh no, Houston, we have an issue. There we go. Yep. 0.35 inches thin, guys. Yeah, 0.35 inches. That is super thin. Here's a hand shot. See how much handle you have left. The clip is tip up either left or right hand carry. Speaking of the clip, let's look at it and see how that fits in the pocket. So not deep carry, you're going to have a little bit hanging up, no biggie deal for me. Good retention. Easy to slide on the pants though. Typical ZT snappy detent. Handle is very ergonomic. You do have some pretty pronounced finger grooves, so it may not work for everyone's hands, but for mine, it's perfect fit. And I wear like a medium-sized glove, so I don't have huge hands or anything. The jimping up here on the frame is interesting, and on the blade. It's different. It's not your typical style of jimping. It's almost stepped. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. See how that kind of steps? Does the same thing on the frame a little bit. So it works well. Definitely not aggressive. You can also, what I really love is this swedge up here they give you for your thumb. So if you want to do some, get a really good grip and do some fine cutting, you've got that swedge right there. You've also got this beautiful swedge right here. It just really adds to the aesthetic of the blade. Yeah, buddy. Serial 64, all 464. It's like, well, that's low. Again, 20 CV steel on these. They upgraded all their knives, their higher end ZTs, to 20 CV this year. Centering is perfect. Nice flippy, not flippy, flipping detent, just detent. It's not terribly smooth. It's smooth. It's a lighter blade though. That's compared to the Modus. The Modus is like really smooth though. So it'll smooth out too over time. It'll break in, and that's the thing though. Like with this pivot, in order to adjust anything, you have to have that tool. So luckily mine came perfectly centered with a good detent and no plate or anything, so I don't have to adjust anything out of the box, which I'm assuming most of these will come that way. ZT's quality control is top notch. I don't think anyone should, but there'll be a few, and so you may have to break down and buy that tool, which is kind of unfortunate they didn't include it, but I get it. Probably will never need it, honestly, unless you want to take the knife apart. Obviously, then you will absolutely need it. Nice milling on the titanium bronze handle. Very cool, kind of a chevron style. It gets kind of big and goes small, and it follows the curvature of the knife. Just a beautiful design. Oh yeah, this is going to be a EDC Hall of Fame knife, man. This is perfect size. 220 bucks. Are you kidding me? I just don't get it. ZT does it. I really don't. Made in the U.S. This knife. I mean, this has 20 CV, but it's G10. Nothing special, and it's more expensive. These two models are going to represent the two of the best values of the year, absolutely, hands down. Like, what you get out of these knives, you're not gonna. I did change the clip on mine. It looks a lot better, right? You're just not gonna find the value like that. I mean, these are priced like Wii knives are priced more than this. Riot knives are priced more than this, which they're just as high quality in my opinion, but they're made overseas, so it is what it is. Awesome, guys. Well, that's going to wrap up, I think, the first impression. Oh, wait. I did the measurements. Oh, the handle length is what I wanted to do as well. Shut. Should be about 4 1/4. But let's... Yeah, actually, it's just over 4. I mean, just over 4. Not even 4 1/4. 4 1/8 about inches long. And then the height of the knife. I've had people ask me this lately, and so I thought, hey, why not? So when it's shut, how wide or high is it? And this is 1.3 inches. So I don't think you're going to find much slimmer than that as far as height is concerned. That's really, really slim. Maybe the Benchmade 940, which is a very slender knife. But the widest point, it's 1.13 inches. So not much difference. So there you go, guys. ZT609, first impressions. Love how thin the grind is. Love how, it's very thin behind the edge. It's got a thin blade stock. You don't need a freaking huge, thick blade stock on every knife, man. We just don't. This knife should slice very well, and I'm very, very excited. And again, Kershaw guy comes through, gets them to me fast, and here you go, guys. Don't know if there's much up there on videos on this yet. I haven't looked, so maybe there is. But because I know of dealers have had them for a few days, and surprisingly, the shipping was a little slower than normal. Just was a timing issue, I'm sure. So I'll put a link in the description to his website where you can buy these guys. I don't know if he has any left or not, but they are floating around dealers right now. They'll sell out pretty quick, and then you'll have another wave coming in soon. So there you go, guys. That's my first impressions and unboxing of the ZT0609 RJ Martin design. Nice that they made this 0600 style design available to the general public and not just a limited edition. And I love the size. I think it's perfect. I love the ZT's doing this size of knife because this is right in my wheelhouse. I think this will kick the 450 out of a lot of people's pockets, and the 460 and the 808. I think this is, you know, top notch. It's a perfect size for EDC. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.